Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's...
Welcome back to another edition of the Bob Sullivan Show here on latenightsportsradio.com. If you would like to call in, the call-in number is 585-633-7487. Or I get to my first guest of the evening. Keith Grieve, producer extraordinaire, has a message from DraftKings.com. Keith, take it away.
Millionaires are being made all season long at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. One-week fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Got a player who's hurt? No problem. Injuries won't derail your shot at victory because it's like a new season every week. So you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes, and you could be on your way to winning huge cash. This season, one listener turned $10 into $5,000. Another turned $2 into $10,000. And a new millionaire has been crowned nearly every week this season at DraftKings.com. You could be next. Imagine winning $1 million in one day just playing fantasy football at DraftKings. Head to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Enter Spreaker now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
Everybody, I am joined by Alex Smith of AX and KellyInVegas.com, and he is one of the cool kids. Alex, how you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good, Bob. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. You know, we talked about, we got in a little conversation about Echo Smith on Twitter the other night.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Cool Kids. It's a good song. Yeah, like the sound is better than the actual song itself, and the chick's really hot. So I'm kind of into the song because I play it on YouTube, so I get to see her while I'm listening to it. It's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I really like they've got a new fresh sound compared to a lot of some of the other modern music out right now, but there's a couple of songs of theirs that I really like, so hopefully the season stick around for a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. Music seems to have like you seem to have like a 1 or 2 year window now.
Yeah,
whereas, I mean, you look at like months or whatever, they're already out of the picture. Like, I don't know, they're not popular anymore. Radioactive, whoever they are, whoever sings that song, they're kind of on their way out. Nick, Echo Smith, you have like a 1 or 2 year window. Imagine Dragons, it's a 1 or 2 year window. It's just weird. Like, there's not anything long lasting anymore. It's kind of disappointing.
I agree, but it's the modern generation, the instant gratification era. Everybody wants to hear something new right away, and then if they're not satisfied with that one artist and they want to hear something completely different, it just keeps feeding on the feeding the machine, if you will, I guess, as far as music goes. I used to be in the music business for a little bit, so I kind of get how that works. But yeah, hopefully there'll be one of those bands that stick around for that.
As far as your last week, I tried to have you on the show. You had a rough go of it with your picks. Give me a walkthrough of what a weekend is like when you have a rough weekend of picks. Like, what happens in the following hours after? Do you just sit there and stare at the wall? Is there whiskey involved? Is there whiskey thrown at the wall? What's the combination of a bad weekend picks?
Oh, well, there's always whiskey involved, but it's not the fun drinking like normal when you have a bad weekend like I did. It's one of those weekends. I mean, everybody who gambles, you win some, you lose some. That is the name of the game. But just some of the bad losses that I had. I mean, I was on Alabama, and they won the game, but they blew the cover late. Ohio State, same deal. They were winning the game, dominating, and Minnesota almost came back and actually they could have won that game with a couple of plays here and there. So you just look at yourself and you look at your notes and you go, what did you do anything wrong? And it's like, no, if my numbers are correct. And it's just, it's just one of those things you have to chalk up to, hey, teams playing hard and, the outcome didn't go exactly the way, you called it. So, it's not a complete meltdown. I mean, my apartment's not in complete shambles over it or anything like that. I'm not breaking everything I own, but it wasn't really fun last weekend at all. So, but things seem to be going a little bit better now in the last couple of days. So, kind of getting back on the right track.
There's no pouring out of 40 or anything like that, is there?
No pouring out of 40s. No, mostly just Jack Daniels, which is not really my favorite thing, but it burns. So, I say I drink the cheaper liquor for the rough days and save the good stuff for when I'm winning.
Well, what's interesting is in the like Jack Daniels, if you want to punish yourself, probably go to the Jack Daniels where it burns on the way down. So you're like, okay, I'm never going to have this happen to me again. But honestly, if you want a good celebration whiskey, would probably be Evan Williams.
Oh yeah, I've had it before. It's pretty good.
It's smooth. It's cheap. It's a surprising combination. It doesn't happen too often. Cheap and smooth don't usually go together for alcohol. But Evan Williams works.
That's true.
So for a celebration where you don't want to spend all your winnings, probably an Evan Williams type night.
Yeah, I like I said, I had it once before, but that's something I have to keep in mind. And I drink a lot of scotch during the winter time. I'm a Johnny Walker Black fan, so that's usually something that's pretty cheap and fairly smooth to my palate at least. So that's something I kind of look to drink for the good nights,
Before we get on to gambling, while we're talking about alcohol, I'm not sure, the Johnny Walker, I've had the red label. I'm not sure what the highest level of labels is. I mean, is it kind of like karate where it's like, it eventually works up to black belt, or how did the labels work on Johnny Walker?
It is. So
I don't even care, actually.
Well, no, it is. Red and black are your two bottom level ones. I'm not a fan of red label at all. I think it tastes really bad. And then after that, you go up to green label. There's blue label. There's a double black somewhere, and then there's like platinum and gold label too. So it kind of that's a funny analogy you put it that way. It kind of is like the karate of alcohol, if you will. So.
Well, and you look at you look at like these alcohols that now have like gold, like Goldschlager has like little pieces of gold in it. And now there's toilet paper with gold in it. It's like, why would I want to drink, ingest something with gold in it that I would be, paying off, debt with? Or why would I be wiping my ass with something that, could make me money?
Right.
I mean, it's just a weird thing. I mean, I guess it's kind of a statement thing in your life where you're like, well, I'm wiping my ass with gold.
Yeah, it's definitely a show-off booze, and it's something, a lot of you see all these different kinds of flavored vodkas and stuff like that. It's all mostly trying to draw younger people and women into drinking pretty much. I mean, Goldschlager's not too bad. I've had it in a few shots in my day, but that's not something I would just buy on the regular because there's, microscopic pieces of gold in it. That's not really something that draws me in when I'm buying alcohol at the store. So.
Okay. Well, we kind of got derailed there. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Everything goes, but okay. For the first time in my life, I'm asking somebody about the Jets-Bills because there's 7 feet of snow in Buffalo. The Bills haven't been able to practice. Going to Detroit, play the team on a Monday night. Do you think the Bills somehow get upended and the Jets by not being able to prepare? And by the way, how did the Bills get out of Buffalo? I mean, is it going to be like a 14-hour bus tour to Detroit with all the snow? What's the deal with Buffalo? I just don't see this game going well for Buffalo. It's going to screw up the rest of their season.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's really weird. I know a lot of people they're still wondering how on earth are they going to even get out of Buffalo and get to Detroit. The Bill Stadium is in Orchard Park, which is a little bit south of Buffalo. And that's where they've gotten between 40 to 70 inches in certain areas. That's why the stadium's completely filled with snow. But the area in which the airport is in Buffalo, which is kind of right around near where the Buffalo Sabres arena is, they only got 8 inches of snow. So flights have been going in and out from that area. Everything's cleared out there, so the Bills will be able to get out of town. But, once they get into Detroit, I can't see them really being too focused on football. They haven't practiced all week. All these guys have families and stuff to worry about, their homes, and, there's a lot of damage. There were, some casualties involved in this whole thing as well. So, you have instances like this. Football tends to take a back seat to these, for these guys a little bit. It's not like Buffalo's really playing for the division title or anything. On the flip side, though, they are playing the New York Jets. So anything could really happen. I mean, they could show up and still beat the Jets because they are a bad team. But I'm not looking at playing on Buffalo at all. I don't see them. I see them coming out very slow at the beginning of this game.
With the, would you, if you were living in, Western New York, would you have accepted $10 an hour and free tickets to go see the Bills Jets to go shovel snow for 18, 24, 48 hours?
No, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have done that. I mean, if I'm already living in that area, I would have enough snow to clean out for my own house and neighboring areas. So the last thing I'd want to do is have to find a way to get down to Ralph Wilson Stadium and clean up all of their mess, especially when, there's so much snow in there. You talk about, 200 plus tons throughout the whole thing. It's going to take a lot more than just, 5,000 people with shovels to clean all of that out. They're going to need machines and snowblowers and all kind of different equipment. So, I wouldn't take that $10 an hour gig, or especially free tickets for a Bills game. That's not really much incentive for anything, unless I got a chance to help them, rebuild and, pick someone, draft someone who's going to actually help the team out. But, no, I'm not just going to go there and watch it in this cold. So.
No, I'd rather, sitting in, first off, where does the snow go? Are they going to, do you have to shovel the parking lot? What kind of food? Is it going to be stadium food that you're getting at this, while you're shoveling at the stadium? What other benefits and are you going to get other than just Bills tickets? Because I don't think just Bills tickets and $10 an hour would be enough for me to be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. And we've seen other teams. I know the Packers and Patriots are two teams that have always requested help from fans to come in and shovel snow. And I'm not sure what kind of perks they got for doing it. I mean, obviously, we're not talking about the amount of snow that they would have to shovel out in Buffalo, but for some people, they just say that they were in the stadium, and some people can't even afford to go to a game, so this would be their chance to get to say they helped out their favorite team. So I guess from that angle, I could see where some people might be interested, but me in particular, it's something I'm not really too concerned about. So.
Okay, past the Bills Jets. Mm-hmm. Of the lines put out this week, what do you think the most ludicrous line was and why? As far as too high, too low, what do you think the most ludicrous line was put out by Vegas?
Well, you know what? The last several weeks, the lines have been pretty sharp in my opinion. I haven't seen anything that had really too many discrepancies with, to be honest. Looking at this Bears line, they're favored between 5.5 and 6. I really don't think the Bears should be favored at any point in this game, in the rest of the season rather. Even though they are playing Tampa Bay, who hasn't been playing well at all, this Bears team, they just look mentally lost. Now, I'm a Bears fan. I had a real tough time. I couldn't even watch the rest of that whole Packers debacle. And last week, they tried to give the game away against Minnesota, and just the Vikings are so bad that it was basically who really wants to lose this thing more, and it was obviously the Vikings. But so if there was any line, I think it would be kind of weird and play. Tampa